Let's make some noise for Christopher Anthony.
What's up, Danger?
Where my single ladies at? Sweet, that saved me time. Have a good night. Dating is rough. I tried that shit at the library. Where are my single ladies at? They're like, whisper. Where are my single ladies at? Anyway, dating is difficult for me. It's New Orleans. There's bars everywhere. It's rough for me because I don't drink. When I tell people I don't drink, they always assume that there's a story behind it, right? It's like, oh, you don't drink? Like magically a fucking couch appears, they got a clipboard, they're like, let's talk about this. I'm like, I also don't eat mayonnaise. But that's because my dad used to beat the fuck out of me with a mayonnaise jar.
But when they're ordering a sandwich, they're like, we're gonna get some mayonnaise. Is that cool with you? Is it gonna be weird for you?
Anyway, my dad didn't need a mayonnaise jar. He used other things. Anyway, but dating is difficult, right? Like when you're at a bar, if you're at a bar without a drink, that's just like being at a playground and you don't have any kids. You're out in public. You're not doing anything illegal, but you're making people really fucking uncomfortable, right? Can you imagine you're at a playground and like, oh, kids are beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, they sure are. Which one's yours? None of them. I don't know any of these kids. Just enjoying lunch, watching the hair, just wisp in the wind. Is that weird? Why are you calling the police? I didn't say anything weird, did I? It's difficult. And this is New Orleans. This is a haunted city. But this ghosting thing. There are beautiful women here tonight responsible for at least 2 search parties. I'm telling you, that's bullshit. Plus, what good is a search party? You're not there. Ghosting has become so common that when people ask me, hey, do you believe in ghosts? My response, no, I'm sure she's busy with work, you know what I mean? She's got an ESA dog, it cries whenever she leaves, you know what I mean? But I'm too much for her emotionally. I want to come up with a show called Ghost Hunters. We don't look for supernatural beings, we just go to local bars trying to find out why Stacy hasn't called John back in 4 fucking days. And we expose the ghost by opening the text messaging app.
To show that she read the message. Just say you're not interested.
Where's my iPhone people at? iPhone people? Okay. So you know like when you're looking at a text thread and someone's like about to text you, you got the 3 floating dots, right? When you're single and desperate, that shit feels like a seance. It's like, hello?
Seems like you're reaching out to me. I feel something. Did you feel anything at Applebee's? Hello? You could just say yes or no or tell me to go fuck myself. That's cool too.
Ghost Hunters. All right. Yeah, I'm single, and most of the reason for that is because bad communication. Like the girl I was dating before said that the only way she would ever give me a roadhead ever again is if I offered to drive next time. You know what I mean? Doesn't seem like nearly as much fun. And if she's successful, I need a nap immediately. I should not be steering a vehicle, honestly. I don't have to worry about her. She doesn't have a driver's license anymore. I like you guys. Some of you guys are following along. One girl accused me of smothering her. I get it. Sometimes in relationships, you feel like you get too close, you feel like you can't breathe, you know? In my defense, it was a very small pillow. It was a very small pillow. She was asthmatic. Should have talked about that before. And ladies, why do you have like a dozen fucking pillows on the bed? Some girls here tonight are like, I have 12 pillows and 3 cats. Also, my aunt's been crashing here for the last week. Let's not talk about it. But we do have like a 1 by 1 square inch where I could probably like do doggy style or something. Leave the pillows where they are! Anyway. It's true. One girl accused me of gaslighting her. And I responded by telling her, that's not even a real term. She just makes up shit all the time. That's not even a real gaslighting. I have electricity at my house. What the fuck are you talking about, Brenda? Ridiculous. I moved here from Florida 10 years ago. So one girl was like, my dad brought me up to be treated like a Disney princess. I leaned in, I'm like, look, you're pretty, you're fun, I like you, but I don't like you enough to kill both of your parents. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen enough Disney movies to know how this shit works, right? Life doesn't truly begin until both your parents are in the ground. You want the crown? You gotta make sacrifices. I love that we have locals here. Yes, good. Thank you. Oh my God, I love New Orleans. New Orleans has given me new games in my life. New Year's Eve, 4th of July, I always play a fun game with friends and family called Firework or Firearm. So great. You hear things that sound like gunshots, look up in the sky, no colors.
Get down the ground, Grandma! Get the fuck down and wait until 3 a.m. You know how we do.
It's great. Then you got another great game, you can play right after it rains, called Puddle or Pool. Oh my God, it's the best. You wager like a 2014 Toyota Corolla. You're like, is this a 2-inch deep puddle or a 4-foot deep pool? I don't know. And call a fucking tow truck. We lost this time. This kid's fucking swimming in the puddles out here. It's ridiculous. But we all know New Orleans only has 3 seasons, right? Too cold to go anywhere, too hot to do anything, and Mardi Gras, baby, that's it. Sometimes that's the same fucking day. New Orleans, I've been in an abusive relationship for 10 years with New Orleans, and it's literally bipolar. It's like, I don't know. I want to just like be in a swimsuit, but I also want a fucking sweater. I just want to do this all day. Is that weird? Just carry your wardrobe in a backpack. Figure it fucking out. This is true story. When I moved here, when I first came out here, there was a huge billboard downtown. Huge billboard in the CBD, which is a weird thing to call an area of the city where people also buy weed. Anyway, there was a huge billboard, and the billboard said, learn to read. Who the fuck is that billboard for? Right? Either you know what it says, and you don't need it. Or those 3 shapes are making you and everyone else in the car extremely uncomfortable, right? Also coming out here, I looked around and I'm like, wow, a lot of people have bikes out here. But now after living in New Orleans, I'm like, wow, a lot of people have DUIs out here. They don't give a shit about the environment. They legally cannot drive, right? And so many people born and raised in New Orleans, like they have those shirts like, born here, raised here, stayed here. And I'm like, what is it that keeps you in New Orleans? Why don't you like move somewhere else? They're like, well, I have too many attachments to the city. That's what they call warrants. Attachments, guys. It's not a niece that you can't, move away from. You legally can't leave the fucking state borders. Anyway, it's a very charming city. And then you got Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is the best way to find out if you're the least favorite family member. Because when they leave you outside 2 weeks before Mardi Gras in a fucking lawn chair and a bottle of water, and they're like, Cindy, just stay here. Just stay here. Otherwise, other people are going to stand here. In 14 days, we do love you. We'll come back. We'll check on you. They come back 2 weeks. Cindy's gone. They're like, look, our lines are still here. Our chairs are still here. We'll find her after the parade. It's true. People make mistakes during Mardi Gras. I made a mistake last Mardi Gras. I want to see how evil you guys are. Here we go. Last Mardi Gras, I gave my friend a king cake, but it was 2 weeks after she had a miscarriage. The worst part was not giving her a king cake. The worst part was when I handed it her and said, don't worry, there's no baby in this either. I wouldn't do that, you know what I mean? No. You guys are gonna think it's funny. What else? What kind of gift do you get someone in that circumstance anyway? You know they're hungry. They lost a ton of weight. Anyway, I told you I wanted to see how evil you guys were. And you are. Loving it. Crime out here is like super bad. You know crime's not bad? Because if you get a ticket in New Orleans, this is true. If you get a ticket in New Orleans, on the back of the ticket is a job application for NOPD. Their HR department is fucking struggling, guys. They're like, hey, listen, look, you can pay this $160 ticket, or come work for us. What do you think? What do you think? You ever work somewhere where you got a $160 discount day one? Now without stealing, and by the way, we are okay with that. We are okay with that. I'm Hispanic. I don't look or talk like it. Most of the time, girls meet me in person and are like, you sounded whiter on the phone. Is that weird to say? Look, as a Hispanic, I just want you guys to know, racial profiling is wrong. Not all minorities with expensive cars sell drugs. Some of us stole the car. You know what I mean? You tried selling drugs today, post-COVID, everyone got a fucking small business loan. Everyone's selling drugs. It's ridiculous. Competition's crazy. It's ridiculous. You know what's bad out here? I was on a date, and this girl, she said, you know, we're like into the date, 15, 20 minutes in. She's like, I don't understand why guys are so obsessed with body count. Didn't know what she was talking about. 10 years in New Orleans, I leaned in, I'm like, look, you're pretty, you're fun, you're ambitious. I don't care how many men you've killed. You know what I mean? I'm sure it was self-defense. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I feel safer around you, honestly. Is that weird? Knowing that you're capable of killing a human being. Consent. Second term, abortion's not going to be a problem for you, all right? All right, we're good. That's my last abortion joke, you guys. I'm getting rid of the rest of them immediately. Fuck all those abortion jokes. It's crazy. And what's weird about, another reason why I know New Orleans is bad, anywhere else. I've lived New York, California, Florida, Texas, Georgia, North Carolina. I'm not running from the law. I just have a sail and I fucking sail out. Anyway, everywhere else, if one of my friends called me or texted me and said, hey man, sorry I'm late, I got held up. I'm like, they're probably just stuck in traffic. In New Orleans, you call me and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm running late, I got held up. I'm like, okay, are you filling out a police report right now or what? What did they take? Okay, just let me know because I need to treat for dinner if you're gonna be fucking broke again. Just saying. You're required to be a football fan in New Orleans, you guys know that? And some of you are like, how could they possibly require you to be a Saints fan? If you show up to the DMV to renew your license and you're not wearing a cap or a jersey, they don't take the fucking picture. They're like, you must be a Falcons fan, huh? You heard? When I first came to New Orleans, I moved to Treme because HBO told me to, and I do what HBO tells me. It's the most historic part of the most historic city. I moved to Treme. Why the fuck not? I genuinely thought everyone in New Orleans was blind, deaf, and drunk. Never have I lived in a city where everyone's like, who dat? Who dat? Who dat? They'll say one sentence, you heard? You heard? You heard? You heard? And then the fucking sidewalks were so horrible, people were like they're on the set of an Indiana Jones film, you know what I mean? Like, we can't step on the same block at the same time! My cousin did that last year, we haven't seen him since. The drinking is crazy, that's why all these cops are on horseback, because they don't have a fucking driver's license either, you know what I'm saying? It's so crazy, you guys have like a lot of cops on horses and bikes. Like, yeah, they used to be car cops. Till they fucking party too hard. You guys excited for the Super Bowl? I don't know why none of you people are fucking gonna go to the Super Bowl. A Super Bowl in your city is like your ex getting married. It's great, it's expensive, it's limited, and you're not fucking invited, so don't worry about it. You didn't get a ticket, no one RSVP. Just sit back and watch someone else succeed as you think. Anyway, I'm not a football fan. Are we football fans here? Alright, look you guys, I know I look gay. I'm not gay, I'm from South Florida, we all dress like this. You know, I know what I realized. I give off like gay Miami drug dealer vibes. I know. I have to dress in bright colors, it's not because I'm autistic, it's because I have resting bitch face. I have to wear all this coordinated shit so I don't look like my mother fucking dressed me today. Anyway, look, I'm not a football fan because football, it's a little gay, right? A bunch of dudes get together. These dudes shower together, they get dressed together, they get undressed together. There's positions. There's penetrating deep in the tight end. There's two big dudes chasing down a tiny wide receiver. That guy doesn't sit, it hurts too much. It hurts too much. There's posting up hard against the fullback, right? The whole thing sounds like gay cosplay. It's like, hey, I'm gonna dress up as a cowboy. And do you think you could dress up like a Viking or something? It would be so cute, right? And then they have like the little microphones in their helmets. You can hear some of them grunting, right? So this is what they're saying in real time. They're like, hey, look at me. Fucking don't look at him. I'm your guy. I'm your guy. When the guy in the Foot Locker shirt blows his whistle, fucking come at me. I want you to push against me, and I'm gonna push against you so fucking hard. My coach gave me your number, 77. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? It's crazy, right? The whole thing's brought to you by Cox. It's brought to you by Cox. With commercials, one of the commercials is for Dick's Sporting Good. Dick's Sporting Good. Cox and Dick's, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta go to Dick's because that's where the fucking balls are. And you gotta wear pads for the same reason my little sister wears pads to reduce bleeding. Correct. I get it. This is all super homoerotic. But you know what? Some of you, that might not be enough. That might not be enough. Don't worry. There's a version of the sport that you can enjoy from the comfort and privacy of your own home. Called fantasy. Do you want to play fantasy football? You don't just watch. You fucking live fantasy football. You have to know them and so intimately. You know what I'm talking about. How tall is he? How much does he weigh? What's his favorite position? What schools did he go to? And the weird thing is, these grown-ass men are wearing those guys' jerseys. Like a bitter ex-girlfriend that can't fucking let go. It still smells like you. I sit in the stands and I just wait. I know if I just dress like you one day, they'll call me and they'll be like, hey, Ted from accounting, can you come down here? This guy loves you. And I'm just waiting for it. Fantasy football. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.